Hello everyone, this is Rex from the O66 Hellions, and the officers have decided to present a 3 to 5 minute Order 66 Hellions quarterly goals slideshow in order to detail the guild goals for the members in a short and concise method every quarter. This quarter, we're about midway through. It's from July 1st to September 31st. So you can expect the second installment of this to come out around the end of September. Today we have 5 things on the itinerary for the guild goals. We're going to talk about territory battles and operations, territory wars and datacrons, mods and GAC, our crate raid, and then finally, if you're a little bit lost in your farming guide, I've got a few suggestions of what players should do if they're looking to help benefit the guild most. Let's hop in a territory battle and operations. First, we're at about 28 stars. This TB, we're looking at 27 because we lost Apollo's operations. We got 20 out of 21 Riva shards. By the end of the quarter, we're going to be hopefully implementing what we're going to call the Wheel of Row. More information will be on the next slide. Our goal is 50 out of 50 Riva ready by November 15th. This is because obviously Riva is going to be the most useful character in the game for both Grand Arena and Territory Wars, which we are extremely competitive in, as well as we are completing all operations for planets 1 through 3 by taking volunteers. Now let's talk about the Wheel of Row. The Wheel of Row we're going to be implementing somewhere around September. It's not going to be a bad thing. I'm just going to give you guys the basics of how we decided it's going to run. First, what's going to happen is a character is going to be selected, such as, let's say, a Relic 7 Bodhi Rook, that no one volunteers for. All 50 members of the guild are going to be placed on a wheel. The wheel is going to be spun, and a player is going to be selected. The player is going to have to work on taking this tune to relic levels in the next 1 to 2 months. This is flexible. We can work with you on that. And then the player that was selected, is going to be removed from the wheel until every single person in the guild has completed at least one operation. Then we'll start it again. So you're not going to be selected over and over and over again and required to relic bad characters on a regular basis. And to ensure confidence in it, we're going to spin the wheel live. We're going to do recording, and we're going to upload it just so that everyone knows that it's not rigged. We don't want to be screwing people over. And then I have a little artist's recreation of what the wheel is going to look like. So we hope that this will help eliminate a very few people in our guild having the vast majority of the operations. Obviously, the bigger accounts are still going to have more, but this is going to kind of ease the load on them. So when we lose someone like Apollo, we're not going to be screwed star-wise. Next, we're going to talk about Territory War and Datacrons. First of all, great job in Territory Wars. We're 30-3 in the past 33 Territory Wars, which is amazing. Right now, we're using Datacrons in our front 4 zones, and the average player in our guild has about 5 to 10 useful Datacrons. I've got shown right here in the photo my Datacrons from this most recent set, completely free to play, so you can get between 15 and 20 Datacrons pretty easily as a free-to-play player that are useful. This set and the next set are incredibly helpful because this set obviously drastically increases health and offers defense percentage, so it's amazing on defense. But the next set that has just come out with a conquest that's being released today includes defense penetration, offense percentage, as well as critical damage percentage. So these are going to be great Datacrons to have on offense for Territory Wars. They're going to allow teams like Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron in GAC to do amazing damage. So we recommend that everyone's going to be farming these. I'll have a guide coming out on the best way to farm Datacrons without sacrificing so much energy in the Conquest game mode so you're not losing out on better crates. So where do we want to be? We want to keep our Territory War win rate above a 90%, which I think is possible because we've been performing really well. A long-term goal would be every single squad in every single zone having Datacrons, because as we witnessed from our last Territory War, they outmatched us in every single department except for mods and Datacrons, and they got hard stuck on our second wall. Meanwhile, we were almost able to full clear them, which was amazing, even though they had nearly double the amount of Jabas compared to us. Another huge goal would be increasing the total number of Jabas. Starkillers, and Lord Vaders. Lord Vaders are for when we unlock Riva, because the Lord Vader Riva combination is the most powerful in the game, and that will certainly get us a lot of holds. Two Omicrons to look out for are the Embo and Juhani Omicrons. They drastically increase the survivability of Jabba and Starkiller, so any players that get these will be largely helping the guild. As well as, we want each person to have about 7 to 10 useful datacrons per set. Again, I'm going to have a guide coming out on how to do that appropriately and efficiently. Next, let's talk about GAC and mods. For GAC, we want every player to be above a 30 or a 2800, just about, a Rhodium 2 and higher. This isn't a hard requirement. We're not going to kick you out of the guild if you have a bad week and you lose a bunch of battles, but our GAC score is a really, really, really good indicator of where our guild performs in territory war. And we just want everybody above that margin so that we know that you're actively trying in GAC, as well as trying in territory war, because a GAC score directly correlates to territory war. You can tell who's going to win a territory war by which guild has the higher average GAC score 99% of the time. I'm going to have a guide on GAC according to Steve's defensive strategy coming soon. Mod expectations, we just want everyone to consistently be improving their mod score by 0.03 to 0.1 per week. That's simply getting one mod to 15 speed every week. That's 50 plus mods a year, and that's going to go very, 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 very far in your roster. A 4.0 mod score would be nice. Again, not a requirement. That's just like a goal to shoot for right now, because that's about where our guild average is. So if you're below that, you want to be working up. As well as, I have an advanced mod guide coming soon that helps me increase my score by 0.03 to 0.01 per day. So this mod guide is going to be extremely helpful for those that struggle with their modding, and it really is going to make it a lot easier for people and a lot more organized. Let's talk about the crate raid. Right now we're about 85 million damage with 15 Jabbas. We want to be around 130 million damage to get that 2 boxes ahead of where we are by December 15th, and more Jabbas. Obviously, we're not requiring anyone to farm anything for the crate raid. Jabbas are great for territory war, so it's a double whammy right there. It's a no-brainer for most people in our guild that we should be farming that character. We're not going to require any crate raid farms, although we would appreciate it, because with the new raid coming out, we're not sure about the viability, so certainly don't go all in on the crate raid. As we progress, we're just simply trying to get those higher crates so we can get more currency for everyone. Lastly, if you need a little bit of direction on farming, what would benefit the guild most? Number one is going to be Grand Inquisitor, because this guy is going to help us get Riva quicker. If we get everyone 50 out of 50 Riva, if we get everyone to have Grand Inquisitor and we get 50 out of 50 Riva, we're going to be looking really, 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 really good. We're going to be the first guild in our bracket to have Riva, and we're going to be destroying everyone in GAC, helping all of our players get more crystals, and in territory we're helping us get more Datacron materials, as well as Kyrotex and gear. Next is going to be Jabba. Jabba, amazing for territory war, and amazing for GAC, and amazing for the raid, so he's an all-for-one. He's a great character. Lord Vader is another one that we need to be farming. If you're interested, like I said before, the Lord Vader Riva team is the best in the game, and I promise you, Lord Vader's not the best Galactic Legend, but with Riva, he certainly is. There is nothing that can counter him except for another Lord Vader. Starkiller. Starkiller is a great character. He's a fairly easy character to farm in terms of Kyrotex and gear, and he does amazing things such as counter Rey, Sith Eternal Emperor Palpatine, and get amazing holds on defense in Territory Wars and Grand Arena. This is a character that if you have not looked at farming, I would certainly recommend it. I just unlocked him. He's amazing. Rey's kind of low on our list. We don't have a whole lot of Reys in the guild, but with Ben Solo, she could be a really, really, really tricky team to get around. So if you're looking for a team that's going to be good on defense in GAC, Rey can certainly help you out there. Leviathan and Profundity, there's a bunch of jokes. I got a meme right here about the Leviathan being not a great ship. With the fixes, it's the best ship in the game. Profundity still counters it, but increasing the total number of those ships are going to help keep us competitive in territory war, as we always have better ships than the opponent, so we want to keep it like that. And lastly, any territory war Omicron character that you can get would be greatly appreciated. My current system is I run a 1-to-1 system. You don't really want to waste your Omicrons on TB characters or raid characters. So my 1-to-1 system is every one Omicron I put on to a territory war character, I put one on the GAC character. So I've got an even number of the two, so I'm benefiting myself fully in GAC so I can get as many crystals as I can, and then I'm benefiting the guild and territory war because the territory war Omicrons are largely what help win territory wars. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this helps. Again, none of these things are like we need to get done right now, or you should drop everything you're doing to go farm Grand Inquisitor. These are just things that are outlined and our goals for the next 3 months. Kind of loose. Some of them are kind of loose, and we would just like to show you guys the direction that the guild officers want the guild to be heading, and the things that we can do to achieve those goals.